Hello viewers, this is your SSK and today we have an interesting story from Chandamama and the name of the story is The Untouchable. On the banks of the sacred Godavari lived an ascetic. He lived in a small hut. The people of the nearby village were happy and proud that the holy man lived in their neighborhood. They gave him food and met his other meager needs. The ascetic was quite conscious of the respect he commanded. He knew that the people would do whatever he wanted them to do. After his bath early in the morning, he sat for prayers on a slab of stone in the river. He would ask the villagers not to disturb him in any way at the time. The villagers took his direction very seriously. If some of them wished to take a bath early in the morning, they would take their dips as quietly as possible and away from the ghat where the holy man sat. One morning, the ascetic was surprised to see someone dashing into the river, missing to touch him by a hairbreadth. Jets of water from the splash and stranger made fell on him. He stood up, trembling with rage, and shouted at the bather, "How dare you!" He could not complete his sentence, but the boy who was swimming merely with free strokes paid no attention to the holy man's words. In fact, he could not hear him because of the sound of splashes he made. As soon as the boy emerged from the water, the ascetic went and slapped him, shouting, "You ghoul!" Just then a young man, panting and sweating, reached there and bowed to him, keeping some distance. "Sir," he said most politely, "this boy is my wife's younger brother. He hails from another village. He is ignorant of your morning rituals. When I did not see him at home, I feared that as he is very fond of swimming in the river, he might come here for bath and disturb your meditation. I came running, but it seems I was a bit too late." "This boy is your brother-in-law, is he?" the ascetic observed. He had by then calmed down, but since the speaker was an untouchable, his brother-in-law also must be an untouchable. The ascetic was therefore obliged to take a bath once again, for he had touched an untouchable in the process of slapping him. The boy, who stood silently, slowly re-entered the river and came out after a dip. "What business do you have to bath again?" his sister's husband asked him impatiently. "The ascetic has already taken a bath. Why did he bath again?" asked the boy. "Do you forget that we are untouchables? He had touched you," the boy's brother-in-law explained. "I saw the ghoul in him when he slapped me." "Isn't the ghoul an untouchable?" asked the boy. "That's why I had to bath again." The holy man stood speechless for a moment. He then approached the boy and said, "Indeed, I had been possessed by the ghoul of an anger and ego. If anybody was an untouchable, it was I, and not you." He hugged the boy as he touched his feet.